of the year. Hello, my most beautiful friends. We are very much zoomed in because for today's video, I saw this palette and I knew immediately I had to have it. It is the brand new Bonfire palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This was sent my way, and let me tell you, y'all, I think this might be the first fall palette of the year. So you guys want to see what this palette's all about, what type of eye looks I create, and is it actually worth it? Well, then definitely keep watching. Alrighty, so I know that Glaminatrix just recently launched the Tones of Turd / Grounded palette, but they did reach out to let us know that unfortunately they did have to push this palette up to an earlier launch date compared to previous dates that they had set. So it's why it's going to be released kind of back to back with their previous palette. But let me tell you, I was so excited when I saw this because this, my beautiful friends, I think might be the first fall palette, like genuine fall palette of the year. Meet the brand new Bonfire palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Turn up the heat with the Bonfire palette, a fiery palette of 12 high-impact shades inspired by the colors of crackling campfire. From the warm glow of the flames to the cool tones of ashes and smoke and even rich earthly greens for the outdoors, this palette captures the essence of a night by a fire. Now, this palette does retail for $61. You guys can use my code Allie, save you guys 10% off. And I know that this isn't really marketed as a fall palette, but as somebody who's literally obsessed with fall, like you guys know fall is my favorite time of year, I'm sorry, but what do you see here? You see fall. You see fall. Like, how do you not see fall? Like, that to me is a fall palette, right? Am I crazy or what? Like, I get that it's supposed to be like a campy outdoor, maybe end of the summer palette, but for me, it's fall. Because on August 1st, my decorations that you guys see behind me switches over to my fall background. It makes everybody so mad, but it makes me so happy. So I am so excited to play with this. You guys know I'm gonna do a fall look, but I'm also gonna do like a green purpley eye look as well. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right on in. I am gonna do two different looks today. So the first shade we're gonna start off with is the shade right here called Bonfire, aka a maroon shade for fall. Now I only say that because this palette, not that it looks similar to my palette at all, but I did use similar colors. Like there's a shade in here called Evergreen, and I have a shade in my palette called Evergreen for like the trees and stuff like that. So for me, I absolutely see fall when I look at this palette, and it just gets me so excited because like I said, you guys know that fall is my favorite time of year. And no joke, every time I put up my fall decorations, it's always been August 1st, and people that are new to my channel see it. Some are really happy about it. Some get really happy because it gets them really like, oh my God, fall's almost here. I'm so excited. But some goes,
oh my God, it's August 1st. It's not fall, it's summer.
And I'm like, listen, I don't get fall here. I live in Florida. Fall is non-existent. We don't see orange and red trees. Like we don't see any of that. We just see green and rain and thunderstorms and hot heats. Like we don't get fall. So I like to celebrate fall as early as possible because it's literally my favorite time. Not to mention if like Michael's and if Michael's and Home Decor and Home Goods and all of them start rolling out with, and like TJ Maxx and all of them start rolling out their fall and Halloween decorations in July, well, why can't I do the same thing? You know what I mean? It makes me really happy. So I'm going to do it. Now, I'm only going to be decorating my backdrop for the first time this year. Normally I do my whole house, but we still haven't really decided what we're going to do in terms of where we're going to live. We are leaning towards staying, but not for nearly as long. Like we're going to do a way shorter lease than what we normally would do, just because moving right now is so stressful. Because one, all the places that we are looking at that are available right now, and our lease isn't up until sometime in October. So like that is really unrealistic for us to try to get the house now and pay double rent for a couple months. That just is not possible, right? And it's not possible, right? And I'm not going to break my lease either, because again, that's like 3 times the amount of rent, 3 months worth of rent you have to pay to break your lease. So it's just like, what do we do? And I don't know if my upstairs neighbors are renewing, and I don't think they are, and I absolutely love them, and I'm just so terrified that if they leave, we're going to get another previous neighbor situation where I had a really horrible previous neighbor before them, and it caused me so much stress. And I remember I used to talk about it all the time in my if you go back to my videos from 2020 to early 2021, you guys will see me talk about how horrible my upstairs neighbors were at that time. And then we got these new neighbors we have above us, and they're absolutely incredible. So like, I'm just petrified I'm gonna have the same situation all over again. So that's why I think we're leaning towards doing a shorter lease, because a lot of places that we are looking at too want to do first months and last months and sometimes security deposit. That's like thousands of dollars to rent a house. I'm just like, I just wish that Corey and I could afford to buy a home, but that's just not in our pocket right now to do. So it's just like, it's so freaking stressful. Had I known that this is how, you know, life would have been, I would have bought, I'm gonna go into the shade right here, Inferno. I'm just talking when I'm showing you guys shade. Had I known that this is how it was gonna be, I would have bought a home when I was in 3rd grade, when it was a fantastic housing market. Like, I clearly made mistakes when I was a child. I was too busy learning freaking cursive that they don't even teach anymore, and learning about the ABCs when I should have been learning about home investment and buying a home when I was in 3rd grade. I have regret for that. I really have regret that I didn't buy a home when I was in 3rd grade, when the housing market was at its like perfect time to buy a house. Because now it's like, they say on average, like they just recently came out with a study that said on average for people nowadays to afford a home, you have to have like a house income household of like $400,000. That is ridiculous. Like, I'm just gonna go buy a piece of land and live in a tent at this point. Shit. Okay, it's gonna be messy right now. We're gonna trust the process because it's gonna be messy. I did have to clean it up. That orange shade, it's nice, but there's so much fallout in this palette. Like, the matte shades have so much fallout to them, so it's definitely a little messy compared to like what I'm used to. Like, every time I pick up this orange, it's just like kind of falling. It's like falling everywhere, and it's wanting to blend with the red shade, but not as much as I wanted to. But we're still gonna find a way to make it work. So I'm gonna go back into that first shade called Bonfire. We're gonna take it and we're just gonna pack it right here on the end, just like so. Super, super pretty. Just kind of pack that in. And then I'm gonna go in the shade right here called Blaze. This is such a beautiful shade. Like, do you see that? Such a beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm gonna place that right here. This is a beautiful duochrome. It's like orange, red, and a little bit of green. It is so, so pretty. Like, such a pretty shade. And then I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Wildfire. Again, another gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Like, look at how pretty that is, right? Beautiful, beautiful shade. This is what I'm saying. Like, look at this. Is totally like a fall look that I'm doing right now. It's so gorgeous. We're gonna take that. We're gonna put that right here. I'm gonna take the shade right here called Fielding. This is a beautiful like duochrome as well. This is like a white, green, yellow. Maybe it's like a multi-chrome. So pretty. And we're gonna put that right like the inner corner area as well. Just like right here. And then when I do my lower lashes, then when I do my lower lash line, I'll bring it right to the inner corner as well. All right, now for this eye, we're gonna go into the shade right here called Evergreen, and we're gonna line that right along my crease area. This is such a pretty shade. We're going to take this, we're going to put this right where my eyelid likes to fold. My little foldy folds. Okay, now we're going to go into this green shade right here. This is going to be called Pine. And we're going to blend right on top. I love this color shade. I love the shade color because it reminds me of like baby diarrhea green. And for some reason, I always think that is such a pretty color. I don't know why. I know I'm not the only one out there that thinks the exact same thing, by the way. I know people feel the exact same way about that color. They go, oh, it's just so pretty. There's something about it that I just absolutely freaking love. Love, love, love. Okay, so I just took that same shade I did the outer corner. Now we're going to go into, I hope this works, a shade right here called Smolder. I really hope this, I really hope, I sound like I'm freaking Gollum. I hope this works. I don't know if it's going to. We're just going to try. It's a really, really pretty like multi-chrome shade. I hope this goes the way I'm envisioning it. I don't really know if it will. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. We're going to take that shade, we're going to put it right here. Because I figured it would melt on top of that evergreen shade pretty nicely. We're going to put this right here. Because that it is like a multi-chrome, it blends into the shadow that's right next to it, which I feel like could make this work the way that I'm thinking that it will. Okay, and then right next to that, I do want to go in the shade right here called Embers. Such a pretty, pretty, beautiful, like multi-chrome again. Like, look at how gorgeous, right? Blue, purple, yellow. So pretty. I hope this is going to go with the way I'm envisioning it. We're going to put that right here. Okay. It's kind of working. It's kind of working a little bit, right? You have summer, fall. You guys see what I did there? Although it should have been summer, fall. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. Next to that, I am going to take that shade again right here called Kindling. But I'm also going to put it on, I'm also going to take Cinder, and we're going to put that right on top of it. So I'm going with Kindling first. Get like a little bit of a base, just like right here, right? And I will do that shade at the inner corner too. I'm going to tap that right there. But then I'm also going to take that shade right here called Cinder. And I'm going to put that right here. Kind of mix them together just a little bit. Super messy. Oh my God, is it messy? Wow. But we're going to clean it up. Oh my God, y'all. This is so messy. What the heck? Okay, we're going to clean that up. But this is how it's looking. It's actually not bad. Like, it's not bad at all. I'm liking how it's turning out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade right here called Smoke, and we're going to line this along my upper waterline for both lids, so I can mix my false lashes on top of it. We're going to come back to do the lower lashes together, but so far this is how it's looking. It definitely is a little bit messy. We're going to clean it up, but so far I think it's absolutely really beautiful. Obviously I'm leaning more towards this side, but I do think it's beautiful nonetheless. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and finish off this eye look. So we're going to go back into the Bonfire palette. For this eye right here, I am going to take the Bonfire shade, and we're going to run that softly along my waterline, like very, very, very lightly. And then we're going to blend it out with probably the same shades we did up top. I'm going to try to keep the colors pretty consistent. So I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to lightly stamp this right here. Just like so. I'm going to go back into that Inferno shade right here to help to blend that out. I really love how this side looks. I will say the orange is just a little bit, has a little bit more fallout than expected. And it doesn't really want to blend very well with this maroon shade, but it is what it is. I'm going to make it work as best as possible, but it's still really pretty nonetheless. I feel like you're definitely understanding what the concept is. I do wish I had a yellow in this palette for like the core of the fire. They could even call it core, but that's just me wanting yellow because I feel like this looks a lot like a fall palette. Then we're going to go in the shade right here called Kindling, and we're going to put that along our inner corner and our brow bone. I'm just going to take that and I'll put this right, oops, so much fallout. All right, then for this eye, we're going to go into that shade right here called Smoke, and we're going to line that along our waterline as well. We're just going to take that, we're going to put this right here, and we're going to slowly blend that out with the shade right here called Ashes. And then I'm going to go back into that shade right here called Cinder, and we're going to put that along our inner corner and our brow bone. I feel like that would really help to complete this look. I just got to figure out what kind of like eyeliner I want to do. I don't know if I want to do black or white. Like I kind of do black on this side, but white on this side. But I don't know what would be best. Maybe like, black would be best for both too, but I don't know. I feel like that'd be a lot. Yellow will be really pretty on this one. I just don't know what I want to do. All right, let me go ahead and figure out what eyeliner I want to use, do my lips, and then I'll be right on back. Okay, guys, so this is the final look right here, and I have to say I absolutely loved how both eye looks turned out. Like, I think this side definitely does scream fall. It is so beautiful, but you could also see like the bonfire elements. But then you have this side that to me screams the end of summer. It is beautiful, it is summery, it is green, it's still really beautiful, and can still kind of fit the vibes of fall as well. So overall, I think both are beautiful. So this is the Bonfire palette right here from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This is available right now. I will say the mattes have a lot of fallout to them compared to like some of their previous palettes. I just noticed there's so much fallout with the mattes. However, they do work really nicely. I did have a little bit of issue with the shade right here. Didn't necessarily fully want to blend on top of the maroon shade. I'm going to say choose your error. I don't know if it's really necessarily the palette's fault. I think it's just more of my fault and my lack of blending skills at times. I don't really know. I'm going to keep playing with it to let you guys fully know. But I will say other than that, the shimmers perform really beautifully. I didn't have any issues with any of their mattes except for a lot of fallout. So overall, I think it's an absolutely fantastic palette. And to me, I know this is meant to be like a bonfire palette. It's maybe like marking the end of the summer, but I view it as fall. Like, I view it as a beautiful fall palette, and I'm just going to say this is going to be the fall palette to kick us off this coming up fall season. So, like I said, this is available right now. If you guys do want to get your hands on it, you guys can use code Allie, save you guys 10% off. But Glaminatrix Cosmetics, thank you guys so much for sending this my way. This is what I'm looking for this season. is this right here. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.